Good Thursday morning, everyone. And did you have a good Christmas? Oh, I loved it. I loved it with our family. And I hope you at least got to speak with your family. But if not, today's still a good day. Give them a call. Give them a call. I left this background up and I'm going to leave it up for tomorrow. I read a survey that asked, how long do you leave your Christmas tree up after Christmas? And it said 2 out of 3. About 70% of people do not take their Christmas tree down before the 1st of January. So I want to go along. We'll leave her up. Hey, we're still just finishing up the reading of the celebration of Jesus, the Christmas reading that was on gotquestions.org. And I just want to finish it these last 2 days. And today is from Matthew chapter 1 at verse 18. And it tells about the birth of Jesus, but from Joseph's perspective. Luke was much more from Mary's perspective. And this said, this is how the birth of Jesus Christ came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph. But before they came together, she was found to be with child through the Holy Spirit. And because Joseph, her husband-to-be, was a righteous man and did not want to expose her in public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. But as he thought about it, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is born of the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. And all this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet, the virgin will be with child and will give birth to a son, and they will call his name Emmanuel, which means God with us. And when Joseph woke up, he did what the angel of the Lord had commanded him and took Mary home as his wife. They were still engaged. It hadn't been official. But in that society, it was as if, I mean, they would have needed a divorce to not go through with that. But he had no union with her until she gave birth to her son. And then he did. He gave him the name Jesus. I know we spend a lot of time on Mary, and actually we're going to sing, I'm going to play a song today called Breath of Heaven. Really, mostly because it's such a beautiful song. And it gives insight to Mary's prayer and what she must have been thinking. But you know what? As I listen to the lyrics, many of those lyrics, I'm sure, were the same that Joseph would have had. Joseph and Mary were a couple. And I believe they totally thought much alike. And they're young. Mary was, in her teens, everyone seems to believe, much like the girl who you'll hear singing this song. It's a father-daughter duo, Matt and Savannah Shaw. They have a whole YouTube channel, but they're wonderful. They're wonderful. Listen to the lyrics. I'm having read what Joseph went, how he was told. My guess is he knew that this son was a breath of heaven sent to them. Let's listen to it, and we'll finish up this reading tomorrow.
I have traveled many moonless nights, cold with a babe inside, and I wonder what I've done. Holy Father, you have come and chosen me now to carry your Son. I am waiting in the silent prayer. I am frightened by the load I bear. In a world as cold as stone, must I walk this path alone? Be with me now, be with me now. Breath of heaven, hold me together, be forever near me. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, lighten my darkness, pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven, do you wonder as you watch my face, if the wiser one should have had my place? But I offer all I am for the mercy of your plan. Help me be strong, help me be, help me. Breath of heaven, hold me together, be forever near me. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, lighten my darkness, pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven, hold me together, be forever near me. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, lighten my darkness, pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven, breath of heaven, breath of heaven. Breath of heaven, hold me together, be forever near me. Breath of